So, 1985, Tamiya releases the iconic Hotshot four-wheel drive. Set the benchmark for a lot of other four-wheel drive buggies to come. But it had its flaws. Not the best driver. You got to do a lot of tweaks and changes to get it actually handling, like you want. Then in 1986, they bring out the Boomerang, which in my opinion is a far better driving car than the Hotshot straight out of the box. And what they basically done is used a different chassis, the same differentials, the same suspension arms. They've got rid of the monoshock on the rear and used two CVAs. They've also changed the very specific shock on the front to a standard CVA, and it is just a better driving car. Now, what I think they did was, I think the Hotshot might have been a better seller than the Boomerang. Don't quote me on that, but I think they were thinking, let's bring the Hotshot back, but make it better. Well, how can we make it better without changing it too much? Well, let's take a Boomerang, all the geometry of the Boomerang, put it on another Hotshot chassis, and chuck a different body on it. So, that's what they come up with. I think, anyway. I've never built a Hotshot 2, but from everything I've seen, it looks like that's exactly what they've done. They've taken the genes from the original Hotshot with the upgrades of the Boomerang and turned it into this. So we're going to have a quick look through the box, then we're going to build it. I don't know if we're going to show you any of the build process on video, since we have a very detailed build video series on the Hotshot and the Boomerang, and this is basically a mix of those two cars. So we've got all our electronics. We are going to run this car, by the way. This is actually Zach's car. I bought him for his 80th birthday, so he's going to be actually building the car. I'll give him a hand. We have our 1060 speed controller, 25 kilo servo, just like the Hotshot. Everything's going to be difficult to get to once it's in there, so really decide what you want to run in the car. Torque tune motor, and obviously a set of full flag ball bearings. Shout out to Flag Bearings. So most of this kit obviously is going to be exactly the same as parts out of these two cars. Your iconic wheels, yeah, your block tread tyres. We got to do this, don't we? It's a little weak, but yeah, it's there. You want to smell? Frame, roll bar, front bumper mount, various other bits. Now this is different. So I believe this is an under tray for the chassis, which the Hotshot doesn't have. That will be your rear shock mount. We're going to pull this out of the plastic in a minute when we start building. Front and rear differentials, exactly the same between the two. This is what I love about this kit. Pre-painted, pre-cut body shell. All we got to do is put the stickers on it, so that's going to save a lot of time. Might even get this car running today. Before we go into that, Hotshot 2 decal sheet. It looks like they've taken some inspiration from the Hornet too, with that with this colour scheme, the black and the red and orange and yellow. Four-wheel drive Hornet maybe. Who knows what they were thinking. Red parts. So hubs and rear uprights. Servo saver parts. Hotshot 2. Ooh, printed in landscape. Different.
Is the inside landscape?
No, inside's. We're going to see if there's any differences as we go. but I'm pretty sure it's just going to be the mix of a Hotshot and a boomerang. I'm really sure of that. But we're going to find out if I'm right or wrong. There's a antenna tube down there. We don't need to see that. Can I have a knife, please, mate? We haven't even opened the parts box in this one yet. So you guys are seeing it just as we are. So let's get rid of this. By the way, we're downstairs again because it's nice and cool down here. There is our clamshell chassis. Driver's head. We'll have to paint that up. Oops, did it again. Where's my A-bag? A-bag. This actually does come with some ball bearings, so... ooh, actually, where's that bearing set? Alright, so it looks like you may only get the bearings in the aftermarket bearing set that you don't get... Where'd that go? Yep, there. Which you don't get in the kit, because these have those thrust bearings for the input and output shafts. So keep that in mind. There's bearings, grease. You've still got some plastic bushings in there. Obviously we're not using them. B-bag, more metal parts, drive shafts. Very nice. All that sort of good stuff. A, B, and C. There's your special roof with the scoop in it. Makes it a little different to the Hotshot. Suspension arms, more suspension arms. The classic hard aerial, which we probably will fit because they really do protect the car when they roll over. Shock parts, gears, shock parts, motor, just a standard motor. Yeah, we're definitely putting the torque tune in, and more shock parts. So we're going to get all this stuff out of the bag. And we might show you a little bits of the build, might do it time lapse. We haven't really decided yet. But another build day on a Sunday, so let's get into it. So I think what we're going to do is just keep bringing you back every time we find something different in this build manual. So Zach's jumping away there on the on step 2 on the rear gearbox, and I'm just going through here. They actually give you four different pinions in this kit. It's crazy. So they give you 4 different gear ratios, but they only give you 3 configurations. I'm guessing for they give you a 16 tooth and a 15 tooth. So I'm guessing the configuration for the 16 tooth will probably work for the 15. I'm not too sure. But we're going for the 17 tooth, obviously. That's the fastest ratio. But yeah, that's interesting. They actually give you 4 pinion choices. Whereas the Hotshot, they only gave you 2. I think it was a 15 and a 17 or a 13 and a 17. I can't remember.
19 and 17, wasn't it?
No, didn't get a 19.
Oh no, that was Frog, I think.
So yeah, that's the first. So I think that's what we're going to do. We'll just point out all the differences in the kit instead of showing you the whole build. So once again, Tamiya, thank you very much. They're telling you to use thread lock on some of these fasteners, and they don't give it to you in the kit. So fortunately we have plenty of thread lock left over from previous builds, but if you don't have any, you might want to get some before you start building. Okay, so still only up to step 3, and we just keep finding things that are different. So like as always, you have your legend on the left telling you what parts you need for each step, and this step is telling us we need these screws, and these screws, right? But we also have M3 nuts, flange nuts, this big washer, which they actually put inside the build panel instead of in the legend. I guess they're trying to save space in the book, but yeah, you really got to watch out for that, because you might be used to getting all your parts together first as per the legend, and you get to build and you go, well, where do I get these other parts from? They're actually inside the same as this one. MA20 output shaft. It's not in the Legend. It's actually in the build panel. So there's something else to keep an eye out on. So we're about 2 hours into the build. How you going, mate?
I've got to attach the rear gearbox to the chassis.
Righto. So what actual step are you up to? Step 17?
Yeah.
Righto. So you got the front all together?
Mm-hmm.
How the differentials feel? We powered up the motor. Gearbox feels fine. You won't really feel much until you get the wheels on. So what do you got? You got your front and rear ends onto the chassis. Because we're just trying to get this done. This head is off the original Hornet I had, which wasn't an original Hornet, it was a re-release, but the one I bought in, I think, 2006, 2007. We just plopped that on just to keep the ball rolling, because we really didn't feel like painting today. Alright, we'll bring you back in a few steps. So, we're ready to put the electronics into the car. We're going to use one of these switch adapters from our good mate Pete. Slides in there like that, and that'll get bolted up into the top of the chassis there. But I reckon Tamiya must be listening to people, because have a look at the length of that switch wire. And this is a Tamiya Hobby Wing ESC out of one of the kits that we recently bought. I can't remember which one, but that is like twice the length of what they usually are, which is really, really cool. So Tamiya must be listening, so that's really good. So Tamiya, keep listening. Okay, we're going to get this installed, and we're pretty close to driving this car, I think.
So the electronics are in, and as you can see, the suspension is also completed. I put these big spacers on the back here, which come with the kit. That's something I'll probably change later. I didn't put any on the front monoshock, but again, something I might change later. We have to see how it runs first. The only few things we have to do are attach this under tray that goes right there. This is one difference. Another difference between this car and the Hotshot. The Hotshot doesn't have this. This one does. Now, in the same step, it tells you to put in a couple of 3x12 self-tappers right here, which you might not be able to see. Oh, you kind of can. Right there in those holes at the bottom of the roll cage. And it also says to attach them first. Reason being, when you put this plate on, it covers those holes up. You can't get to them. So you do need to read the manual for things like that, to make sure that you don't put something on and then go, oh, I have to take it off again. I nearly made that mistake. I nearly put that on first, but then I realized that the holes get covered. After that, the only thing we really have to do is put the wheels on, which I've already assembled. And the chassis is done. I think that is it. And then we have to get to the body. The only thing we have to do for that, because it's already pre-cut, pre-painted, we just have to put these decals on. And yeah, that's it. Attach the body, attach the wing. Don't know if I'll attach the aerial. After that, the Hotshot 2 is done. So there it is, all finished. Body on, stickers on. Stickers weren't too bad. The only somewhat hard ones were these ones down the side. Had to use the water for them. But yeah, it turned out really good. Looks really nice. So we ended up getting the gold rims from the Super Hotshot onto it, and took a couple of glamour shots out in the sun, which you'll see those in a minute. But yeah, it ended up looking really nice.
I'm back, I'm coming. Here we are. Hey, what's going on? Hey, what happened?
It's finished.
You finished it?
Yeah.
Oh, that looks really good, mate. So, you really didn't need me at all. Well,
I guess not.
can we drive it?